In this video, we're going to create documents and share them out. Alright, and right here you can see I'm in my drive. And one thing to keep in mind, anything that you create will go into wherever you are. So right now I can see I'm in my drive. I can also see right here, if I were to go into any one of these folders, now I'm in my drive news, and hit create, this new item would go into the news folder. Alright, and so for right now, I just want to go into my drive and have this item go into my drive. Alright, so I can click create. I can certainly create more folders to organize, but right now I want to create a document. First thing I always tell people to do, once you get in, click on Untitled Document and give it a name. Call it, Google Drive Test. There we go. And since that's the title, I'm actually going to come first over here to my alignment and go center align and call this, again, Google Drive Test. I can come down here and go back to left align. Alright, and some of the features, most of the features here are pretty similar to Microsoft Word. We do have print, undo, redo, paint format, style of text, your font size. You can go bold, italics, underlined, text color, your background color. You can create links to go to other websites. You can align basically what I was just talking about, left align, center align, right align, line spacing, numbered lists. So I could start with a numbered list and say first, second, and then if I come down to 3, I could add some more information on 2 just by coming over here to the increase or decrease indent, and I can start creating my list that way. If I don't like that, of course, I can click the undo button and get rid of all this stuff. I'm just testing it out. So all the basic features that you're going to use should be right in this general area right here. There are some other things. If you want to look, you can share out, open something, create something new, make a copy. You can see the revision history. This will bring up a little window and show you when you've made recent revisions. You can get more detailed revisions even, and actually go back. If you want to click on one of these, you can restore to a previous version. This was the version before I even typed anything. No need to do that. So I'm going to exit right out of there. You can download these as other formats. I can download this Google document into Microsoft Word or other versions such as PDF. Okay, publish to the web, print, email, some of those other features. Your edit features are pretty basic: undo, redo, cut, paste, copy, all those sorts of things. View, you can view in different formats. This is where you're going to come to insert images, links, equations or drawings, comments, footnotes, page numbers, headers, footers, table of contents, all those things right there. Format, most of those are seen right down here. Tools, you do have some basic tools. You can research is not something I'm going to get into today, but define, you can certainly highlight and define a word. You can get your word count. Table, very easy to create a table. I can come in and boom, there's my table. I can undo that. And of course there's some help right here. And one thing you might have just noticed is that it saved automatically. That's one of the coolest things about using Google Drive, is that it does save your work automatically. You don't need to save. So I can go ahead and say, I can come over here and say, Google Drive is so cool, period. And I can exit right out of there. And as you notice, actually, this is a good thing to notice right here. I'm in my drive and I don't see it. And the reason I'm not seeing it is that my drive is in alphabetical order. And since I called that Google Drive Test, I have a couple of different ones here that I've created at different times, but I can see that this is the one right here that I'm looking at. I created it. Nope, that's not it. It was actually right here. This is some months ago. So I can see 209 is when I created it, and I can go back and open it up. There it is. You can notice that it's saved exactly what I did. I want to get out of there one more time too. So if you don't want to do that, what you can also do, I'm going to minimize my drive and come down here to recent. Google Drive Test was my most recent document. There it is right at the top. A very easy way to find what you're looking for. So I'm going to open it back up, and again, it's saved automatically. It's great that you don't have to save if your computer crashes, if you forget anything like that. It is saved. Okay. I do have the ability to share this out. This is one of the great features of Google Drive. I can click share. You can see right now I'm the owner. I'm the only one who has access to this. I could actually share out this link with others to give them the ability to look at it. If I want to give someone the ability to check this out, what I can do is start typing in a name. I'm going to type in a common name just to let you know that if it is a common name, it may take you some time to find it. Alright, but before I get to that, the one thing I do want you to notice is students are identified by numbers, staff members are identified by usernames. And if I don't see who I'm looking for, I can hit a space button and then type in the first letter and keep on typing, and it should come up, and you could choose them accordingly. Alright, I'm just going to pick someone randomly. I'm not actually going to share this with them, but by default they have edit rights. That means that they can edit anything in the document. You could give them comment rights, which means they can just comment on what you've done, or view, so they can just look at it. And it also does, by default, notify people via email that you've sent this to them. Alright? So once you've done that and you've shared it out with them, it's going to list it right up here. It's going to say that they have the ability to edit or whatever rights that they've given you, and from there on in, you guys can go ahead and collaborate. But for right now, I'm not going to share this with anyone, and I don't know that person. I'm going to cancel right out of here. Click done. You can also do some commenting. So if I want to highlight something, this little box right here, insert comment, I can come over here and say, yes, it is, and comment. So the other person will be able to see my comments, and it's even highlighted. Okay, I could even insert and do comment that way. It's another way of doing it. Alright, so you start to have those things over here, and if you've shared this out with someone, you can actually create a chat window over here and chat with them at a distance and collaborate and work on your document. Alright, so that's kind of a brief overview of creating and using a Google document. Alright, I'm going to get out of there, and again, it's in my recent. If I right click on that, I can open it. I can still share it out if I don't want to be within the document. I can add a star. Don't show my recent activity list. I can organize and move this into another folder. I can rename it, mark it as unviewed if it was like an email, for example. I can make a copy, I can download it, or I can certainly delete it. So just keep in mind that there's a lot of right-click options. And as you click on something, you'll notice it does give you a checkbox that allows you to do some other things. I can share it, I can organize it, move it to another folder, delete it, different things like that. Okay? So I could also come in here and create a presentation spreadsheet, and they operate pretty much the same way, sharing out, same way. I'm not going to get in those today, but for what I wanted to cover today was basically just creating and sharing out a Google Doc. So there you have it. That's how to create and share a Google Doc.